Ecclesiastes chapter 3. A time for all events in life. For everything there is an appointed time and an appropriate time for every activity on earth. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot what was planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to throw away stones and a time to gather stones. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to search and a time to give something up as lost. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to rip and a time to sow. A time to keep silent and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. Man is ignorant of God's timing. What benefit can a worker gain from his toil? I have observed the burden that God has given to people to keep them occupied. God has made everything fit beautifully in its appropriate time, but he has also placed ignorance in the human heart, so that the people cannot discover what God has ordained. From the beginning of the end of their lives, enjoy life in the present. I have concluded that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to enjoy themselves as long as they live. And also that everyone should eat and drink and find enjoyment in all his toil, for it is a gift from God. God's sovereignty. I also know that whatever God does will endure forever. Nothing can be added to it, and nothing can be taken away from it. God has made it this way so that men will fear him. And whatever exists now has already been, and whatever will be has already been. For God will seek to do again what has occurred in the past. The problem of injustice and oppression. I saw something else on earth. In the place of justice, there was wickedness. In the place of fairness, there was wickedness. I thought to myself, God will judge both the righteous and the wicked, for there is an appropriate time for every activity, and there is a time of judgment for every deed. I also thought to myself, it is for the sake of people, so God can clearly show them that they are like animals. For the fate of humans and the fate of animals are the same. As one dies, so dies the other, and both have the same breath. There is no advantage for humans over animals, for both are fleeting. Both go to the same place, and both come from the dust, and both return to the dust. Who really knows if the human spirit ascends upward, and the animal spirit descends into the earth? So I perceive that there is nothing better than for people to enjoy their work, because that is their reward. For who can show him what the future holds?